Well, we are live now. Well, hello everyone. Meet Tina here. How's everyone's doing? So anyway, back on live again with my dear friend, Medium Serafina. Okay. So today we have a title that says "Secret That You Should Know." Okay. Well, what kind of secret is that? I'm gonna call you Betsy. How about that? I'm used to that, but everyone must call her Medium Serafina because she's a medium. Ah, there you go. Serafina is one of the angels. Hey, tell the audience what Serafina stand for. What kind of angel is that?
Well, it actually comes from the word seraphim,
Right.
which is
Mhm.
which is the highest angel in heavens, the closest actually angel to God. So I feel very close to God, and so I just feel that name resonates with me, and it gives me comfort. It gives me a connection, I guess, to God. I feel very connected with the name. So.
Okay, so cool. Now we're talking about the secret that you should know on this event, this live talk. What will be the secret that we're going to offer to the audience, Bessie?
Um, did we talk about that?
Yeah, you know about that.
Are you talking about a giveaway?
Yes, yeah, that's right. That's a secret that we
The
did not
secret
make
is yes, we're
announcement.
gonna
Exactly,
we have a
exactly.
giveaway. We have a
We're excited.
giveaway.
Sorry, because sometimes we're like tapping to another dimension. We're not really here. We're not really here, you know. So what happened is that we have a secret, right, on our thumbnail, and the secret is. Medium Seraphim is going to be sharing with the audience what the secrets we're going to give out today. Are you guys ready? Press one if you guys want to know a secret that we're going to give today. Press one. Come on in and don't miss out this secret if you are interested in learning about the spirituality, about meditation, about opening up your third eyes, open up your clairvoyance, open up your clairaudience, and even connecting to the spirit. If you want to hear how you can go about it, just come on in, listen in. Okay, click one if you're interested in tapping into all this area, and Medium Serafina is going to be sharing the secret that we're going to be giving out today. So I'm waiting to see number one. Hello everyone, just go ahead and say hello, don't be shy, so come on in. So anyway, we're doing this live special just to go ahead. Medium Seraphim, what is it that we're going to do with the secret that we have? Mhm.
Well, I think right now, like you said, Tina, you said something right now. My mind is like going everywhere.
I'm telling you, Medium Seraphim is always tapping into another dimension, right?
So, elaborate, Tina. Go ahead and elaborate for
Okay,
everybody what
well,
the secret
well,
is.
I put the thumbnail. There's going to be a secret today, and a secret is going to be about gifting anyone who's joining live today. Those who are joining live today is going to be getting free, yes, free 12 weeks mediumship program. There you go. I just let it go. I just let it all out.
That's perfect. We love that. Yes.
Yes. Yes. So any one of you interested in that, we can actually some people may not know what mediumship program is. So maybe I'll have you elaborate on that, Medium Seraphim. How about that? Mhm.
So I think Tina and I are starting a 12-week mediumship program
Mhm.
that every
Mhm.
week will take you to different areas of mediumship from very beginning, which is basically meditation, to how to connect, how to clear your energy, how to open up your clairvoyance, clairaudience, your different how do you call them? Your different
Senses, right? The extra
senses,
senses.
right? Your
Yeah.
different senses. And then we're going to tap into many different areas, like one of the weeks is going to be about astral projection. So
Mm.
it is a very detailed, in-depth 12-week meditation program. If you're open to it, if you're willing, if you want to learn, if you want to connect with loved ones or with somebody on the other side. This would help you, kind of open that door up and start connecting and start receiving messages for yourself and for others. So it just depends how far you want to take it.
Yes. So for you to get this free membership, we have to do a drawing. And what you need to do is to email us. Okay. So go ahead and email me, and we're just going to do a raffle, right before the class start, we're going to do a raffle. How about, we're going to do that way. And another thing we were planning to do earlier is we're going to talk about quantum healing, QHHT. And we were going to do live today, but then we changed our mind because we think it's probably best that we do in a private setting, using Zoom, private Zoom. And then we're going to offer some free session on a past life regression, QHHT, for those who are interested. And with that said, again, email us, click like, subscribe also. But would like for you to email. I have the email, TUS369 at gmail.com. You can do that. And when we get, I think we have to get by today, actually, after the end of the day, if you're in different part of the world, I would say no later than 24 hours from now. Should we do that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
No more than 24 hours from now, if you would like to get a free past life regression QHHT style, we'll do that in a private setting, in the Zoom, private Zoom. You will need to email me at TUS369 at gmail.com within 24 hours after this show ends. Okay. So that's the only time we will be accepting and gifting the free session. And we may be giving free session of 12 weeks mediumship program as well, which is going to start soon. I would say about February 17th of this month.
Yes.
And that's going to be, I think, right around 5 p.m. Los Angeles time. If you live in the United States, that would be, I think Mountain Time would be 6 p.m.
Correct.
And East Coast time would be 8 p.m. And it takes about 2-3 hours long, right? If you, I know I have a lot of audience from Thailand, so hello everyone. Sawadee ka. That will be 8 a.m. in the morning, Bangkok time the next day. That will be on the 18th. Okay. So now let's talk about quantum healing hypnosis. Betsy, I'm gonna call you Betsy. I'm used to calling you.
That's okay.
Your my personal name. How about that?
Yeah.
Let's talk about quantum healing hypnosis. Why is it so important that you feel everyone should receive this kind of hypnotherapy?
Well, I think a lot of us are born with certain traumas. Most of us have traumas in our life.
Yeah.
And most of us have a hard time sometimes moving on with our life, or sometimes we tell ourselves, why can't I move on? Or I'm stuck in this situation or this relationship. I don't know why. And I think sometimes we need some clarity.
Yeah.
We need some understanding. And I think quantum healing is one of the ways that you're able to go through past life regression and really get healing from it, get answers from it. And I think that most people, when they come out of it, they really come out with a renewed understanding of why they're struggling so much in this life. And I know that when Tina and I did a lot of these quantum healings, past life, they were actually amazing. And they actually affected us as well, because we were there, experiencing, all this ourselves. The energy in the room was always amazing. And you wanted to just be in that energy, but it really brings healing, and it brings, I think, clarity to the majority of people that go through quantum healing. And I think that's why most people do it, because they're struggling with something in their life, in this present life, and they want answers. They need answers. Sometimes they go to therapists, sometimes they go to the pastors, to people to talk about, and they still don't get an answer. But most people, when they go through this, the process, the whole therapy, the quantum healing, it really brings healing upon the body, the soul, the mind, if you're open to it and you really receive what you're hearing. Then that's the key, receiving what you're hearing and really taking action upon what they're telling you, or what you're, what they're telling you. Yeah, what they're telling you through the process.
So I'm going to ask the audience, everyone who's listening, tuning in right now, love to hear where you're tuning in from. I know there's one person tuning in from Korea, so welcome. I'd love to know where you're coming from. Okay, so I know we are able to connect live to everyone who's tuning in from all over the world. Please go ahead and type in where you're tuning in from. Would love to hear that. And another question I have is that, have you heard of quantum healing hypnosis, or QHHT? And do you want to experience this kind of regression, or this kind of experience, the session that we're talking about? If you do, just go ahead and type it in, type 1, or type location where you're from. Love to hear that. All right. So now, while we're watching and waiting for people to, type in where you're from, and if you ever heard of QHHT, and if you would love to experience this session, please type in. While we're waiting for people to, respond, Betsy, let me ask you, what have you experienced that has been the most profound healing that you have witnessed in our session? I know we have a lot of sessions, but I'm telling you, you do have a better memories than I do. So I'm not allowing you to
Somewhat.
Okay, you're much better. I mean, the minute that I finish my session, I'm like out in a space. I can't remember anymore. I do remember vaguely.
I can only think of two, because there were many, but two. I think the one that really resonates with me, and I think we've talked about it before, is the one with Jesus.
Okay.
Where she actually saw Jesus, and she just kept saying, the eyes are so amazing. I can't.
Do you recall what kind of healing? Why did she experience meeting Jesus? And what kind of healing, or what kind of result, she gets out the lessons?
I think that in that lifetime, she felt that she was part of the inner circle of Jesus. She was part of it.
She was one of the disciples.
So she was a woman, right?
Yeah.
So she was in the inner circle of Jesus.
Right.
So, I think in her lifetime, in her present life, she had basically gone away from religion. She just had stepped away. Didn't really believe a lot anymore in terms of, of, let's say, going to church, or of even God. And I know that when she went into that life, she was so overcome with so much love and healing, and she felt the healing coming through, and just by her looking at him and just seeing him, she just felt, just by him looking at her, she felt that healing immediately in that life. So that's one of the things I remember that was very profound, because she was crying a lot in that session. She was just crying. She couldn't believe it. She could not believe that I think she even said, "Am I making this up? Is this real?" Because she was in that lifetime. She was in that lifetime, and she was part of the group of Jesus. And I guess for her, it was a lesson in this lifetime to go back. You know what I'm saying? To go back to her roots. Not to really follow the rules and dogmas, right, of church, but to really connect with that part of her that loves Jesus. You know what I'm saying? That loves that source, that energy. And that's what she got. That's a healing that she felt at that point.
The love, actually, she just felt the real love through this session. So this love is beyond any kind of human love.
Correct.
Perhaps she never experienced that kind of love before. It's a divine love.
Yes, it is.
And with that said, this is a deep healing for many people who have experienced this kind of session.
Yes.
So now a lot of people would say, well, how do I know this is real? How do I know this is truly healing? Or how do I know that if I'm not imagining with this?
That's what most people say. That is truly what most people say. And I think that's why we recorded it, Tina, because we want we would say people are not going to believe what they're either saying,
right,
or they won't remember, and that's why we recorded them, just so they can say, hey, this is you. This is what
have you ever found those recording, Betsy, that
I'm
we have
still looking for them. I'm still I just can't. I know they're in some computer, some file somewhere. I'm still looking.
Yeah, just for you guys know, Betsy and I, just for those who haven't listened to us before, even on the first session, we were live together. Betsy and I did hundreds and hundreds of QHHT session when we first started back in 2011. Yes. We both actually have attended in person with Dolores Canyon, and we request. I mean, God, that's a lot. We did a lot. We did a few a day. So we kept the recording. I was like, wow, my God, I cannot believe that you actually kept the recording. But only problem is that she can't find it right now.
I know. That's the problem.
Yes. So, she can't find it right now. So hopefully keep my finger crossed that she'll find those recordings. Because as soon as we find it, definitely we're going to be sharing on, live talk here, because a lot of session we have recorded was amazing. Was fascinating, amazing, magical, and quite healing. And I'm sure when we share with the audience, we're going to be able to play it, let you guys listen to it. It's going to be quite healing for a lot of you. A lot of session we didn't expect how it came out. We just thought it's going to be just regular past life, go back in the past life and watch what you were before, but it wasn't that. Many of them have channeled the information, right?
Yes.
Many of them have healed, spontaneously. Yeah. So now, and more questions that I have, because I know if any of you have questions in regards to healing, hypnotherapy, even mediumship, connecting to the spirits, how to open up the third eyes, how to open up the clairvoyance, how to connect to the source. You have a question, please ask. Go ahead and type in, because we are here to help answer question in regards to this matter. I'm not going to say we're an expert in everything, but Betsy and I have gone a long way. We graduated from a very I think it's well known. HMI is pretty well known for a long time. HMI has been one of the first hypnotherapy school in the United States.
Yes.
When we started back in 2010, I think they had been around for 40 years already, right?
Yeah.
Or not longer, 40, 50 years. So the hypnotherapy school we went to is called HMI. So it's Hypnotherapy Motivational Institute in Los Angeles, up in Tarzana. They've been around, when we attended in 2010, they were open for over 50 years. So they were one of the first accredited hypnotherapy center. So we both attended that. And we both taught a lot. We started Meetup together in 2011. We hypnotized a lot, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds together. Actually, I don't think there's many therapists work together as a team to hypnotize the same client. So we did, and we got a lot of benefit from that. And we opened up our I would say Meetup, and we did a lot of meditation. We gave a lot of free meditation. We also taught mediumship, and which we're back to teach again online. And this mediumship program is going to start on the 17th of this month. Like we said, we decided to gift a free program to a couple people who emailed to us. Okay, so I just type in TUS 3 6 9 at gmail.com, or you can just message me. And we don't just give away. We need to do some sort of raffle. So we're going to do a live again and just review who's the winner as well. So if you're interested, go ahead and contact us, or if you have a question, go ahead and post it in. And actually, if you're the first person who posts where you're tuning in from, I'll keep you a contact and connect back with you for perhaps, free group past live session with me and Betsy. This is a secret we're giving you more secrets here. Now, so Betsy, more questions is about the mediumship. What is the benefit? Because there's a lot of people who's afraid of ghosts. Especially, I got a lot of people from Thailand, and they're so gifted with their intuition and with their clairvoyance. Because I taught a lot of Thai students, and they're very good in a short time. However, this is the old programming in the culture. The minute I talk about mediumship and explain to them what mediumship is all about, connecting to the spirit, they'd be like, "Oh my God, I'm afraid of ghosts." So elaborate. I wanted to share with the listeners here. Even in different part of the world, you guys may have a different, culture, but especially in Asia, they're afraid of ghosts and spirits. And how would you share with them to alleviate those fears? Mm-hmm.
Well, I think the word medium, if you think about it, really, what is a medium? We're like a go-between, right? It's like you're a go-between this plane and the spiritual plane, right? We're the in-between. And so when I think of a medium, I think of a person, let's say like Jesus, who was a seer. He was a medium. Yeah. Jesus was a medium. The prophets were mediums. Right. They were called seers back then, but it's the same. Right. So I think that when you go into when you want to expand your spirituality and expand your consciousness, there's always a sense of fear because of the unknown, right? Because you're going into another
unknown. Yes.
Yeah. It's the unknown, and you're like, oh my God, I'm opening myself up. And what's going to happen when I open myself up? So I think that the fear comes from the unknown, because you don't know. But I think that if you trust the process, know that it's for your highest good. If you're going into a mediumship program, or you want to be a medium, it's for your highest good, right? It's not, don't think about it it's not for yourself, it's for your highest good. So if you think about it that in those terms, you know that you're going to be protected all the way through. There's nothing to fear. Nothing to fear. There's really nothing to fear. I think the fear comes because as you start going through the program, you may start feeling different sensations, and you're like, oh my God, what is this that I'm feeling? It's all normal, because that's part of opening up. They're opening you up to receive. So if you allow it, then nothing is going to happen. You're protected all the way through, especially through this program, because it's week to week. And every week you have a lot of homework to do. And then we meet once a week. Well, with Tina and I meet with the students once a week. And we discuss what you have uncovered that prior week. So that if you have any questions, we're going to be able to answer them for you, And I think the key to everything, and especially through this program, is meditation. The key is meditation, because that's what will take away your fears, and that will put you in a place in a plane of really opening up this whole universe, this whole consciousness to allow the energies to come in and guide through it.
Wow. Okay. Now, what kind of meditation would we use in this program? I know a lot of Thai people do meditate, but they do breath meditation.
So every week is a different kind of meditation. 1 week is about dreams. Another week could be about your Kundalini, opening up your Kundalini. So every week there is a different kind of meditation that you will do. Different kind.
Wow.
So it's not just sticking to one kind. Every week is different kinds of meditation. Again, why? Because it's opening up all those senses.
It's a form of visualization as well, right?
Yes. Oh, definitely.
So that's why I stress how important it is to use visualization or some sort of imagination in your meditation, because it's going to open up the third eyes for a lot of people. You know, a lot of people's, you know, I would say they just kind of misunderstood that by starting to do a little bit of visualization or imagination, everything's not real.
Right.
You know? And what it does with all these pictures and images, it will guide you into that deep relaxation or into at least an alpha to theta state.
Yes.
Okay. And that's when your emotion, your thought, your emotion becomes neutral. Neutrality, that's what it's called. When it reaches that state, that frequencies, that's when you begin to match into a frequency of the spirits or, you know, universe.
Yes.
Wherever you want to tune in intentionally. And that's when you begin to receive all the impressions, the information, and a connection, you know.
Yes.
And that's how I would best explain why using imagination and visualization is very important in this kind of work, in your meditation. I like the fact that you offer many different types of meditation, Betsy. The Kundalini, and I thought that's awesome because not many people offer Kundalini meditation, right?
Correct.
And what else? What any other meditation that you offer? I'd love to hear that.
Well, I think, like I said, I know there's dreaming, there's the Kundalini, there is the, you know, astral projection. There is a meditation regarding that, you know, how to, you know, if you wanted to do that. And I think the reason why there is different meditations every week is because, I think if you do the same thing, like Tina was saying, every week, you kind of get stuck. So you want to be able to tap into the different realms, the different, you know what I'm saying? The different like consciousness. You want to tap into because you don't know, you know, some people are clairvoyant, other people are clairaudience, you know, it's all good. There's one is not better than the other. It's not better than the other, you know.
It's different.
There's automatic writing. Some mediums, you know, they draw, they write. That's the way that they connect to spirit. None of that is wrong. All of that is great. It's just the way that you are able to connect to spirit, which is great. You know.
And what are your main gift? Are you like I remember you writing a lot.
I do write a lot, and I do draw a lot. But I can hear. I hear.
Clairaudience, that's what
I hear a lot. And you know, that's another thing that a lot of people will say, is this me talking in my head?
Right.
And
they thought they just imagined.
Yes. And I said, it's not. It's the spirit. They're talking. Of course, but they have to use your brain, right? So that they can communicate with you. But it's not. So, you know, there's been studies done that a lot of people that are schizophrenics, you know how they say that they hear voices? Yeah. And they say they're crazy. It's not that they're hearing voices.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Okay. You said they're not crazy, right?
Right.
I just, you know what? We never talk about this, Betsy, all these years. And actually, I just shared with one of my class that many people who really tap in, tune in very deeply, and they begin to hear things and see things.
Yes.
But majority of people take it as crazy.
Yeah.
And because I actually came across 3 people, they were my students that came in, and I knew them before they became that condition. But I also know that they actually experience the other worlds.
Correct.
And all the information that they access and channel was something that I would be like, how the heck did they get all those information? And everything happened.
Yes.
Years later, it went up until today.
Yes. Yeah.
And they would tell me, like, am I going crazy because I'm seeing all this? I'm experiencing all this. I'm hearing all this. I'm sensing all this. Just like in the movie Sixth Sense. Remember that movie a long time ago?
That was amazing.
Anyone ever seen that movie Sixth Sense long time ago? Go
Yes.
ahead and type 1, please. I love to have a little bit of interaction with the audience. Love to hear, what you interest, even if you have any question in regards to this, because we're talking as someone that we label them as schizophrenic.
Yes. Yes.
And many people would put them in the hospital. Hello, Rosanna.
Yeah.
Thank you for number 1. Thank you very much, Rosanna. And I just love what you just confirmed that they're not.
No.
Because I have experienced the same thing with 3 people in my life. I knew before they went into that inner world. Because they were my students.
Right.
And then I knew they just almost went crazy. And luckily, one of them got my guidance from the beginning. So I said, you're not crazy. Keep going in. But the experience she has is profound. Profound.
It is, because what happens is that most of those individuals, they're not tapped in, right? They're not tapped in. They hear all this stuff, but because society doesn't address the real issue, right? Why are they hearing these voices? What is going on? It's like they're not tuned in, right? They're like a radio that you're trying to find the right station.
Yeah.
So they still haven't found the right station. So they label them crazy, right? But I think with these individuals, if you're able, like you did, Tina, work with them, you'll see that they're already tapped in. They're already tapped in.
Luckily, I work with them. Yes. I love when you said that, Betsy, because I was there from the beginning. I was there with them from the beginning when they didn't know anything. They didn't even know how to open up their third eyes. And, and when they start like tapping in, and I hypnotized them quite a bit, I mean, some of them, I would take them 4 or 5 hours in a session. It's crazy. But the more I took them into the session, the deeper they would go into. Mm-hmm. And they would have experienced that they could not separate if they're here or there. They would be in a meditative state all the time. But 3 of them, separate individual, never met each other. And they would share the same story of the universe, the origin of the universe.
Wow.
Everything. The planet and everything. And what's even shared with me way back in 2011 about, how the story of Jeffrey Epstein and the Sound of Freedom movie. Okay. Yes. Girl, I have heard that directly from my student who I hypnotized them, and they didn't know anything about that.
Wow.
And they would tell me underground. They were a lot underground. They were crying for help. And I was like, what? I mean, who would be putting people in underground? Right?
Right.
And that was way back then that, now it's all coming out, in the movies and because now it's a lot more opening. But just to know all that, way back then, if I wasn't open enough, I would have thought they were crazy.
Yeah.
All right.
Sure,
but if I knew them from the beginning, I guided them, and they have someone that would be telling them, hey, you're not crazy. And I said, don't stop your journey. Keep going in. And they would be experiencing ETs, all the aliens. They met many civilizations. They met them have like real experience. It's a continuation of during the day and going into the dream time. And they would say, the dream time is real and here it's not real. I was like, wow, it's cool. And they would say, wow. And they would be seeing everything so clear with the physical eyes.
Right.
They can read the mind, the thought, everything. They would go into your dreams. Seriously, she would come into my dream. And know exactly what I'm wearing, like color and everything. And I was like, wow, astral projection. I mean, our body experience, vivid dreams, and be able to see the future. And all this you could call a superhuman ability, And so, and I have to give credit a lot to the regression, the quantum healing regression that we did. That we learned, and we did a lot, and also the classes that we teach as well, because with a lot of that practice, I believe that nowadays a lot of people will be opening up to channeling, and that's why a lot of people have interest. And mediumship is one form of channeling, right, Betsy?
Yes, it is. It is. I mean, it's again part of what the process, right? Because I mean, I think channeling is, again, it comes from a lot of the meditation. When you're in that state of meditating and you're listening and you're hearing, and some people have that sensation of moving, movement in your body, and so it just comes in different forms. Everybody has the gift. It's just how we use it and how we expand on that gift, because that gift can take us many different directions.
Well, can you give example of what direction that it can go into, expand into?
Well, I think that, when you're open, like, you start off being a medium, then you be a channeler. You can also be a scriber, the scribing, you know what I'm saying? Some people have that gift. Some people have the gift of palm reading, you know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of things that come into place that if you allow yourself, you can tap into all those different areas,
That's true.
And I think with quantum healing, the question you were asking about fear comes into play with quantum healing a lot too. I think you remember, Tina, that we had several people that they were so afraid. They were so afraid when they were feeling like they were going under, to that state. They were afraid. They would wake up because they were so afraid.
They pull themselves out.
Yes, they pull themselves out. And I think it's because when you have individuals like that, I think it's also because they're not ready yet. You know what I'm saying? They're not ready. You have to be ready to receive the healing, to receive the clarity.
Who's ready? Who's in here? Who's in here ready to receive the healing? Raise your hand. Type number 8. That's number empowerment. Type number 8, please. If you're ready for the healing, deep healing, raise your hand now. You're right about that. Once you receive that gift or be able to channel, and definitely that 12 program that we have, 12 weeks program we have, definitely will enhance that ability. Or any kind of intuitive program, I would say, with a lot of meditation, like you just said earlier, it would definitely enhance the gift, and it can expand into many directions. For example, I teach some of my students with access like a card chick. They can access the card chick, and after that, they can actually go into the healing. They can go to a crystal room and heal. They can become a clairvoyant. They can actually, go into the dreams, interpret the dreams, and do self-healing. Now, talk about self-healing. Thank you, Barton. Hello, everybody. So, with the healing, Betsy, what kind of healing that can come with this quantum healing that we do? Because they can actually close the door of this karmic debt, correct? And we'll take the clients. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. What you were saying.
I thought you were going to say something. So we part of the session, why this hypnosis is very popular, it's a channeling process. The connection to the spirit. It's the same thing, connection to the spirit with the mediumship, but channel. In a way, it's the same thing.
It is.
The mediumship, connecting, channeling is the same thing as taking people into the quantum healing hypnosis, really, to think about it. It's different technique. Yeah. So with that said, not everybody can connect, correct?
Right.
Because I'm going to have to make that clear for a lot of people, because, oftentimes people know what this kind of session is all about. But many times people have this expectation that, hey, the first session they're going to be like really exit out of the body and really connect to their divine light. Yeah. And able to channel right away. And that's not the case.
No.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Now, you as a medium, I know you took class before from a very good medium. Michelle, is her name was Michelle,
Uh-huh.
right? She no longer teach. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really good. She was a good teacher. And how long did it take you? Because this is going to be realistic for some people. This is why we're offering 12 weeks program. How long did it take you to begin to channel? I remember your process, but I would love for you to share with the audience.
I mean, I think that the key for me, and it took me, it took me a long time, because the key for me was, she made it very clear herself, Michelle, is that the key, she kept always repeating. She goes, meditation is the key to this whole process. She goes, without it, you won't be able to connect. She goes, it's important. And so she basically honed that on me, like everything was every day. She goes, every day, start off with 1 minute meditation, then increase it. She goes, because it's a muscle, right? She says, it's a muscle that you got to build. Once you have it, you're not going to lose it. She goes, so I think the key is meditation. Once I started meditating, because I did a lot of automatic writing. So they would come through me and I would just write.
Yeah, I remember that.
Remember? And then from there, I had fears. I did have fears.
I remember that.
Remember that too? I had fears because I was feeling all kinds of things. And I didn't know what to do. And I would call Michelle all the time, or, she would call me back and put me at ease, because I was like, I felt so many different things, like vibrations, and then sometimes I would wake up at night and I would see ectoplasm in my bedroom. I would see that. And so again, that was almost like it was preparing me for something, right? Because the ectoplasm would come around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think it took me probably a year or more before I started channeling.
Oh my God, it took you that long.
Yeah, because I had to feel comfortable. And then my voice changes. And then I would hear that and I would say, oh my God, who's talking to me?
So guys, to really channel, it does take time. Well, I think it's get a lot faster nowadays too, because of the energy.
It is.
Even like it was like 2010 was 13, 14 years ago.
Yeah.
When we were together and we did this work. It took a while to connect. I remember I used to share with the client, with the students, that way before even our generation, it would take them many years, especially back then. It was those who meditate a lot were the monks or the priests.
Right. Yes.
Those are who are devout, meditators. It would take them many years, 10, 20 years to really connect to the spirit.
Correct.
Connect to their world. But as time goes by, especially right now, there's a lot of conscious channeler or medium, and they would pick up very fast. And I can see that speed is so different nowadays.
Yes.
So now the good thing about our program that we're offering here, like what Betsy said, she would have to call her teacher, her mentor, when she fell into that fear mode. And that could happen to many people who start to connect to the spirit or feel the sensation or seeing some spirit in your room. You don't want to freak out. And then you get this, one-on-one mentoring and guidance from us, and which is nothing to be fearful. We say that because we went through it. But we went through fear before. I remember when I was doing meditation, and I saw something, and it was dark in a room. I had a music on. I freaked out. I jumped up and I just turned off the music and turned on the light. I don't think I shared that with you.
For the longest time, I used to meditate with my light on.
I remember you meditated.
I used to only have my light on, and that's the only way I would meditate.
Let me ask the audience.
It didn't matter.
Yeah, better. Let me ask the audience. You guys meditate. If you do, type 1. And if you do you turn on the light? She's laughing. Some people are laughing here. I love that. I love to share that. Betsy, I remember she would not turn off the light when she meditated. She said, I did ask, I remember I asked you, I said, hey, Betsy, when you meditate, did you turn the light on and off? And you said, always on.
Yeah, I did it. Yeah,
I
for a
said,
long
there was
time.
one time I turned it off, and I definitely saw something came down from my room, and I was like, holy shit. I definitely got freaked out because it was something you didn't expect it.
Correct.
And you will feel energy in your room. I didn't
Yes.
expect to experience that. And I just got goosebumps. And, I remember I would share with Betsy, like, hey, you turn on the light or you turn off the light. Did you see all this?
Yeah.
So any of you I want to ask if any of you listener listen to this, if you have meditated and you have experienced something, you have seen anything, or you experience spirit, things like that, go ahead and type yes. I love to hear that. Or just number 2, I love to hear if you have experienced anything just unusual, different, and you got spooked out. But we have those experiences and we laughed about it. But it's so weird. Ever since that incident that I jumped and I got freaked out, I no longer had fear with meditation anymore. Yeah. And I realized that I was brought up to be fearful of the seeing spirit. And I think that's what's holding you back if you have this fear of ghost.
Yes.
So I think, if any of you decide to take 12 weeks mediumship with Betsy and I, it will get rid of that fear.
For sure.
Right? Yeah.
Yes.
So that's funny. I love that. Jay Barton, you were laughing. I know this is cute, and I like that. So some of you haven't shared with us where you were listening from. Type in what location. Love to hear. I know one person listening in from Korea, which is kind of cool. I haven't come across anyone from Korea yet. So it's nice. Now, let me ask the audience, any of you would like to be a medium connecting to the spirit? If you do, type number 11. That's a awakening number. Remember when we first met, we kept seeing 111 all the time?
Yes.
And this is back in 2010. Betsy and I, we used to see a lot of numbers, especially 11, just like a lot of people see right now. However, back then, we never looked on internet what it means. We never looked up on the internet at all because, Betsy and I are not internet person. We don't look up and what it means. And we both had a conversation, because we were together in the class. We had a conversation all the time, like, God, why we keep seeing all these numbers?
Mm-hmm.
And we actually were able to tune in the meaning of it. Back then, Betsy, I don't know, there's a lot of people who are seeing all these numbers again right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a repeating cycle of energy. There's a lot of people are going through awakening process.
Correct.
But now you see a lot on internet, what's 111, 222, all this meaning, Way back then, we didn't have all that, and we hadn't figured out what it means on our own. What all these one? It's always 111. Yeah. Well, Rosanna, thank you for typing 11. So, yeah, wonderful. So she would like to be medium, Rosanna. Awesome. Who else would like to be a medium and be able to communicate with the spirits, guy? Go ahead and type 11. Love to hear that. Now, anything else you would like to share with the audience, Betsy, in regards to the hypnosis that we're offering? Okay, if any of you, we're just going to do this for fun, surprise everybody. We're offering free past life hypnosis, but it's going to be a private Zoom session. We haven't decided when yet. However, go ahead and look under description, contact me or contact Betsy, and we're just going to figure out the day that we're going to do it and just have a group session just for fun. So we're going to give that to those who are interested, right, Betsy?
Yes, we are.
Yeah. So go ahead and contact that with me. So with that said, anything else you would like to share with the audience, Betsy? Mm-hmm.
Well, I think the quantum healing, for those again that are open, I think, and you want to experience that,
Mm-hmm.
I think you're going to come away with it feeling, like I said, relief, with a sense of clarity. Your questions would be answered, whatever questions those are.
Yeah.
And I think that there's healing. There's power in healing. And
Yeah.
this is one of the modalities. Quantum healing is one of the modalities that is used for healing purposes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
There's
saying?
many modality that you can use for
Yes.
healing. You know, this is one of them, not the only one, but there's one of
Correct.
them can be powerful. But also it's very important, you know, when you get the session done, you know, I've seen a lot of disagreement in what's right and what's wrong. You know,
Right.
but I feel like the most important thing is the therapist must have a pure heart intention. In I'm sure a lot of people are, but also have some sort of. We did a lot of research when we started because we have hypnotized so many in the beginning. The first few months we hypnotized hundreds and hundreds of people, you know, and we did a lot of research because each case will be different. You never have two clients that have the same experience.
Correct.
Everyone had their own stories.
Yes.
Now, with that said, hello, Davy. How are you doing? Good evening from Lexington, South Carolina. Awesome. Hang on. Good to see you. I remember seeing you before. So awesome. Welcome back. You know, we're talking about quantum healing, hypnosis. Have you had past life done before, Davy? Love to hear that. You know, and we are offering a session. If you would be interested, go ahead and email me. Okay. We're going to do through private session. We're talking about QHHT that's being taught by Dolores Canyon. And we were her, probably like the first generation student that we learned from her in person, you know, before she passed. But we were talking about how, I kind of lost my train of thought now. What did I say before? I'm becoming like Bessie, and which as we talk, we forget what we were talking about.
I think you were saying that everybody's different, you know.
Yes, everybody's different. So we did a lot of research, you know, and then you have some case that when they go through regression, they went so deep and they experience something that's negative. And you got to know how to really work with that, how to bring them out properly, you know, or even in the case that when they come out the session, they still remember, you know, negative experience. You got to be able to just know what to do, the kind of suggestion you have to give to the clients so they don't bring it back with them with the memories. Now, so I asked Davey if you ever heard of, or have you heard of QHHT before, or Dolores Canyon, or I assume that you never have a past life regression before. Okay, and the secrets that we have today, we put on the thumbnail. The secret you should know today is that we decide to gift a group session. You know, just email me, contact me. We will decide when to do it, and offer a free session, group session, to experience. And we're both gonna hypnotize the group in a private. At first, we were gonna do it here, but I think no, energy is gonna be scattered because we're talking about so many people tuning in from so many places, and some people do not believe in this, and the projection of their thought and their emotion, yes, will be affecting the group session, especially those who are ultra sensitive. So we decided not to do that today. That was supposed to be a secret at first. Yeah, look into it. Look into the description and contact me. Oops, I'm gonna sneeze. Go ahead, Betsy. I'm gonna sneeze, so I'm gonna turn off the mute. My allergy kicks in.
Oh, okay. No, I was just gonna say, you know, that the same thing with the mediumship course. It's again another way of healing, another way of bringing about healing. Because you know, when you start delving into mediumship, there's a lot of things that will open up about you, or questions that will open up about you, that spirit will either answer or somebody else will confirm what you're feeling, you know. So it's also a form of healing. Through the process, you will heal. You know, whatever's going on through that process, like Tina just said, it is like quantum healing. It's just a different modality that you're going through, you know. So it depends what you want to accomplish and what you're trying to achieve. You know, what are you trying to achieve? What are you trying to develop out of yourself? You know, are you wanting to be more spiritual and therefore you want to connect more to the source? And that's your way of doing it through quantum healing, but it could also be done through mediumship. So it's just which route. It's all going to come full circle, and it's all the same. It's all the same.
Yes, all the same. And yes, that's another form of healing. For those who just step in, hello, co-create from Vancouver. It's great to see you again. I'm happy to hear that. I hope you miss me because, you know, I haven't been back here for a long time. I mean, I've been back here, but most of my videos lately has been in Thai language because, you know, I start teaching Thai students now. It's been a year now, but I used to do a lot of English version. But now I'm back bringing both language. Right? So it's a great way to kind of mix because everything is all globally now, you know, and a lot of people understand English now. So it's kind of cool. You know, I got a lot of Thai audience here who have tuned in, listening in, and enjoying our conversation. This is awesome. And it's nice to see all the my supports coming back and listen to this live. Just so you know, co-create and debut who just step in. Betsy and I offering the 12 weeks mediumship program. We may offer do some raffle for some people for free. So go ahead and email me, look in the description. And we were thinking about doing quantum healing hypnosis in a private group. And we offer for free, you know, in the beginning, just kind of because we just start coming back to teach again. We taught together in 2010, 2011. We taught mediumship. We taught a lot of meditation. We're just talking about how we will implement many different types of meditation like Kundalini and dream meditation and all kinds to activate all your clairs. Okay, so we have all this clairaudience, clairvoyance, clairaugustion, just smell, and open up your channel so you can connect to the spirit. Okay, so this is going to be starting on February the 17th, every Saturday at I believe 5 p.m. Los Angeles time. All right. So yes, miss you too. Oh, so nice to see. You know, my follower here. Love to see you. So email me. Okay, if you're interested in that, we probably end up offering something. Yes, that's why, you know, what happened. We decided to do this last minute right before, because let me share with you why we decided to do this. We actually decided to do a live regression earlier, and the thumbnail said the secret you should know. But then again, at the end, we realized that this live channel opened up to just different kind of people. And we just feel like, maybe it's not a good idea because some people are very sensitive to energy. You know, if people don't believe in this, it may affect. So we decide to, if you email us or contact us in any form through YouTube or whatever you're listening in form, just email me, you know, under contact. I also have it under description of this video. Just look up my email, TUS number 3 number 6 number 9 @gmail.com. Within 24 hours of this live talk, I will contact you. We decided to offer private via Zoom quantum healing, Dollar style. That we were the first original in-person student when we took a class, right? Back in 2010. And we end up offering a raffle. It's going to be a raffle, maybe 1 person, 2 person for a 12 weeks program that we're offering also. Just because we decided not to do this last minute. And just because you guys are so sweet. You guys came here and listened to us and support. I love that.
Yes, thank you.
So is that a great news for you guys? Yeah. Just kind of make it up. Just kind of make it up what we decide not to do. Okay. So yeah, it's good to hear from you guys. So anything else about the healing? Okay, definitely it's going to be a healing work. This program is a long term. It's going to be quite a deep healing. We both work together. we hypnotize the same client, many of the same clients, hundreds and hundreds of the same clients. And we have a compilation of recording if Betsy ever find it.
Yes.
And a lot of stories are kind of similar to what Dolores have written in the book. You know, when we first doing this work, we're just profound. We did a lot. I was not the kind of person who liked to save stuff. And that's unfortunate I didn't, but I'm glad to hear that Betsy saved all of them.
Back in time. Yeah,
because she moved from California to Arizona. That's why.
Yeah. So
we never thought we would come around and do this work again.
Yes.
But we realized that this is a time that many of us are coming back. I found that a lot of people kind of walk away like we did. And then we start coming around during this time now, because I think this is a time when a lot of people start to wake up. And then, you know, we woke up again and said, we got to come back on this path. Right. Yeah. Doing what we love to do, which is teaching, sharing, and also hypnotherapy. And this is a deep healing for a lot of people. Okay. So I know we're up to an hour. Oh, you know what? Also, for those who used to come and come to my channel, I'm going to have many speakers coming back again. There's going to be a tarot reader in both language, clairvoyant reader, Akashic readers coming back. So I'm going to organize that. I just haven't, I'm just so busy, but I'll bring that back live online. So we're going to do that. Yeah. So I just wanted to receive some hugs and love from everybody. Can you guys love and hugs and hearts? I feel like I need more response. I need more energy from you guys. Send me some love. Send me some hugs and right? Yes, thank you. Oh, yes. Thank you very much, Co-Create. You got great memory. Yes, yes. Well, I'm back to do this work again. You know, I'm back to do a hypnosis session. I teach a lot of Thai students, and also starting to teach a 12 weeks intuitive program to American students as well, which is going to start in March. Yeah. So anyway, yes, tarot reading, exactly. Remember Pretty, the one that I brought on for with the tarot reading? I forgot to get back to her, so she wants to come back on again. So we're gonna start, and then I'm gonna bring back different readers in both language, and they're very good. I can actually translate, interpret for some of the Thai students. They're very, very good. So make sure you click like, subscribe if you're new to my channel, because this is through StreamYard. So it's being broadcasted at different channel. But share with your friends, because I'm coming back with the punching. A lot of punches, you know. I'm coming back with a lot of stuff. It's going to be in both languages. Okay. So with that said, you know, up to an hour now, I just want to thank you everybody for being here. Yes. Remember to email me if you're interested in the 12-week, maybe a raffle for you to attend for free. And also for the past life quantum healing, we're going to be doing that via Zoom in a private session. It's a group session, but it's going to be healing anyway for those who wants to do more healing. And anything else would you like to share with the audience, Betsy? Mm-hmm.
I think you pretty much have covered it all. I just say, you know, come share with us, come together with us on this journey, on this beautiful journey, whether it's past life or whether it's the mediumship program. I think you guys will enjoy it. You will benefit from it. Yeah. And I think in the long run, you're going to be open up to spirit the way you want to.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people now are opening up, and I think the veil's lifted. So that's mean a lot of people can open a lot much easier than before. A lot of people start to channeling right now. A lot more than ever before. Yes. I'm just surprised with that. We communicate after you got back from Vegas. Oh my God, I went to a lot of trips to Vegas. So when was it? Yes, thank you, Devi, and thank you, Co-Create. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you
for tuning in. We both appreciate all of you. Sending a lot of love, sending a lot of light to you guys, and hope we're gonna come back again on live talk before we start the class. Okay.
Yes.
So come on back, email me within 24 hours, and we'll go from there. Until then, guys, thank you very much for being here.
Thank you.
Great show, great talk, and thank you, guys.
Bye-bye.
Lots of love. Bye, guys. Morning. Goodbye, guys. Yes, thank you.